If you've been putting off your estate planning, the clock is ticking, and we have our expert in elder law and estate planning, David Carrier, with us today. And this is really an important time of year, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, we've got families coming back together again. And so we thought we'd bring out one of our old reliables. You know, this is your turn.
It's my turn to do this. Rachel's done this. Terry's done this.
That's right.
Okay, so you brought
now
a
it's
lot
your turn
today.
That's right. Well,
We got pie.
We got pie. We got pot, Smurfs, the whole nine. That's
okay.
right. The whole nine
Explain
yards.
what all of this does together.
Well, here's how it works. Most people think of their estate as a pie. You know, if I give an equal share to every kid, fair is equal, equals fair. But it doesn't work that way, and you're going to find that out pretty quick. It doesn't work that way when you have actual children, you know, because they're not the same age. And even if they're twins, because they're the same age, right? But even if they're, you know, one of them wants to do the travel team, the other kid's in the chess club, right? They have different needs. And so if you give everyone an equal slice of the pie, that's your cue. You're supposed to.
Oh.
If you give everyone an equal slice of the pie,
exactly.
Right? Well, that's equal, but it's not fair because it doesn't represent, it doesn't reflect what each kid needs.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
so
this
we
is
got
what
the two
each
kids.
kid wants.
Each kid. No, well, not necessarily.
No.
What we want to do is we want to say, okay, look, for your individual retirement account assets, for your IRA, 401k, that kind of thing, you have to go equal to the kids in order for them to get the maximum tax benefits for the kids. But what we say is you also need the pot. So this is your life insurance, this is your sale of the house proceeds, your investments, and the idea here is
your future.
Right, and well, each kid gets a basic same amount that's equal, but then we even it off with the pot. Until the youngest one, we say 25, but that's kind of arbitrary. Pick an age, and the idea is at age 25, well, it's not dessert anymore. Now, it's not the main course anymore. It turns into dessert. Do you see? And this is especially important when we have kids under any kid under the age of 25. Like my own situation. I have a kid who's 32 years old, successful lawyer, all the rest of that wonderful stuff, right? And I got a 7-year-old. Okay.
A little bit different needs
yeah, the little one hasn't made it through law school yet.
Right.
Please
different
God,
needs,
right?
different wants.
Exactly. And so you have to be able to respond to the different needs and the different wants of your kids. Now, that's a pretty wide disparity, but imagine your kids are 4 years different. So we got one kid starting their career and the other one starting college. Different needs. Okay.
So I have to ask you this because you think about a lot of people are doing their beneficiaries on their IRA.
Right.
This is a big question.
Her included.
Yeah, just did mine, yep. And a lot of people want to put their children as their beneficiary, but this could actually, in the long run, actually hurt them.
Yeah, it's, you know, one of the things we say is that the cruelest thing you can do is make your child the beneficiary of the IRA. And I don't mean just little kids, I mean your adult children as well. The reason is, if they lose this part, you know, if they lose the life insurance, now I know your kid will never get divorced, and they won't go bankrupt, and they'll never be in a car accident, and nothing bad will ever happen to your kid, right? So don't worry about it for your kid. But think about everyone else's, right? Whether these things actually happen to them. If they have a judgment against them, and then they inherit the money, the life insurance, sale of the house, well, they can go to zero. Okay, that judgment can take the inheritance. But then they're at zero, zero. But if they get the pie, if they get the IRA type money, the 401k money, and they will, because if you put their name on it, they can't say no as beneficiary. The money comes in, the money goes out through this judgment, which the Supreme Court, it was just last year, the United States Supreme Court decided that this can happen. Well, that's great. The money's gone. The kid's back to square one, right? Back to ground
zero.
Yeah. But not quite, because somebody still owes the taxes on that IRA. Who's that gonna be?
The child.
Well,
maybe. There's so much information, and this is really important going into 2016. A lot of people probably have a lot of questions. Like I just said, I did all of my information yesterday for my beneficiary, it's a lot to take in, and you want to make sure that you are making the right decision. People can come out and ask more questions. You have 2 opportunities for the life plan workshops.
Yeah, these are the workshops we do every single week. Okay. And on Black Friday, you can see there Friday, November 27th. This is a multi-year tradition now. We do 2 workshops. It's the one workshop a year that we promise there will be pie.
Oh.
Yeah, we promise pie.
An extra incentive.
That's exactly right. Oatmeal raisin, of course. And then we're doing alternate weekends at our Muskegon location and in Holland as well. The one in Muskegon, it's a little bit difficult to find, I have to warn you. But we'll give you directions when you sign up.
Great.
And so we'd love. Oh, have I told you my my Veterans Day joke yet?
You
want to hear
have.
my Veterans Day joke? Well, I'm a vet, as you know, right? 6 years active duty with the Army.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you so much. But here's my Veterans Day joke.
Okay.
Veterans Day is the one day of the year when veterans get to wear their uniform legally. You have the legal right to wear the uniform you had on active duty.
Okay.
See? But it's like Ron White, you know? He had the right to remain silent, but not the ability. See, I have the right to wear my uniform, but not the ability.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's pretty funny. Come on.
David, thank you so much for all of the information.
Thank you, Jory.
Great stuff. Well, we will be right back, but let's continue our salute to veterans with one of Terry's favorite photos of all time. This is a very special picture in her family. This is Terry with her dad, who spent his entire career in the military. He's here sitting around the kitchen table when she was just a little girl, Master Sergeant Ronald Ferrucci. He spent many years away from his family with service in places like Greenland, Germany, and Vietnam. And we want to extend a very special thank you to all of the veterans now serving overseas. Don't go away. We'll be right back.